Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Vlogmas day number 20 guys. We are right around the corner. I got me something here today that I never tried before, never cooked. This is beef round or beef eye of round, something of that nature. Never had it before, didn't know how to cook it. So my first go-to is to always just smother this thing. So I went on ahead and got it all cleaned up and seasoned up like this right here. Just use my go-to seasonings that I always use. A little black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt. And I got them all seasoned up like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dredge it in some flour, get a nice coating on it. I'm going to brown it off and then make my gravy for it. Put it back in there and just let it simmer down. So went on ahead and got them all floured up. Got me some vegetable oil in this pan right here. Oil could have been a little bit hotter. And my meat was still cold also guys, and you're going to see what happens when you got that bad combination of meat that's still cold and oil that's not hot enough. But in any case, got me 3 pieces in here. I had 5 pieces. Got the first 3 pieces in. Gonna let them brown off on each side. Alright, after a few minutes, I'll come in and give it a flip. Alright, get this last one flipped over. Let that go for a few minutes on this other side to get nice and brown for me. Then I'll come back and brown off my last 2. Alright, so we're going to take this out. Now, let me see that chunk of flour right there, or batter, down on here. That's what happens when you have a cold piece of meat and not hot enough oil. You're going to get that sticking to the bottom of your pan with your flour, your breading coming off. So definitely want to always have a nice hot oil and make sure that your meat that you are frying is at room temperature so that you could get the best results. But in any case, we can go ahead and get these last 2 browned off, and then I'll be back when it's time to take these 2 out. Okay guys, I am back. We're gonna go ahead and get these last 2 out of here so we can go ahead and get our gravy going. Okay, now I'm just gonna come in here and throw my onions right inside of here and let those cook down a little bit. So you got all of that nice bits in the bottom of this pan guys, not much flavor town in the bottom of this pan. So you definitely don't want to discard that. Just gonna let our onions cook for a little while. And I'm not gonna be adding any flour to this guys, so dirty flour lady, you gotta break the deal. Not gonna be adding any flour to this. I'm just gonna come straight in here and add me some water inside of here. This is gonna be 2 cups of water to begin with. And I am gonna trust the process that the residue that's in the bottom of this pan and the flour that I coated my meat with and my potatoes that I'm gonna add later is gonna be enough to thicken my gravy on this. So that's why I'm not adding any more flour to it. I'm just gonna get that mixed in, pull up those bits from the bottom of this pan, and we're gonna bring our meat back, add it back to our pan right here. Alright, that's 2, 3, got 2 more pieces to add inside of here. I'm gonna just put this last one right on the top right here. Then I'm gonna come in and add another 2 cups of water to it. And that's gonna just cover them up. Then we're gonna re-season this thing because we added all of that water. We're gonna re-season it. I hit it with some coarse black pepper. I'm drinking my eggnog, guys. I'm drinking my eggnog today. Alright, we're going to hit that with some onion powder. Then I'm going to add me some chicken bouillon powder to it. Alright. You guys know I want to make that gravy a little bit more brown, so I'm going to come in here with a little bit of this kitchen bouquet. And we're going to just give that a little mix, just a little move around. Get my seasonings and that bouquet mixed in. And then I'm going to cover this, bring it up to a boil, and then reduce my heat to medium. I'm going to let it cook on a nice medium for 1 hour. And then I'll be back to check it, see how tender this is, and check for my seasoning. And then I'm going to add my potatoes. Alright guys, so 1 hour cooking time right here, and this is what we have. Looking pretty good. Still needs to cook a little bit longer. I can tell my beef isn't tender here not yet, and my gravy isn't as thick as I want it to be, so this still definitely is gonna have to cook a little bit longer. Came in here and checked the tenderness of my beef, and yep, that definitely needs to cook a little bit longer. So all I'm gonna do here now is come in and check it for the taste, see how my seasoning is, see if I hit it on point the first time. And that was on time, so I didn't have to add anything else to here. So I came in and added my yellow potatoes, gold potatoes, with the skin still on. I like leaving the skin on these gold potato guys. I'm just gonna spread that out. Then I'm gonna come in here. I had me a little bit of mixed vegetables left in the freezer. We're gonna go ahead and use that also. And come in and get that inside of here. Alright, so once we have that in, you're going to give that a little stir, give it a little mix, get it all down inside of this liquid, and then I just cover it back. Let it continue to cook on that medium heat for another 35 minutes or so, 35 minutes. And then this is what we have right here, guys. This thing came out absolutely wonderful, the way that I want it. See that my potatoes and everything are nice and tender. There's a nice gravy on it. And that gravy is still going to thicken up a little bit more once it cools down. So you don't want to try to go too far with it, because if you go too far with it, it's going to just get really, really too thick for you. So just stop it and then let it cool down and naturally thicken up on its own. But you can see this meat is nice and tender, so I just plated this thing up and took my thumbnails and my videos and gave this a taste test. A nice good eye of round beef stew. This thing turned out absolutely wonderful. Alright guys, coming with a real quick taste test. Got my nice good eye of round beef stew right here. And we're going to give this thing a quick try. Not going to hesitate at all. Let me see. I'm going to come in here and get a piece of this meat right here. Okay. Comes off pretty good. Ooh, I think I want that piece. Get a piece of this potato too. Get a piece of that. Piece of that potato. Normally I would be in this thing with my spoon, but I'm gonna keep it fancy for y'all, like chefs say. Alright. Nice potato, nice beef. Give it a try. I know that's still hot. Still hot, but that's so good. Doesn't have a lot of fat on it. Doesn't have any fat on it like I like, but still nice and flavorful, nice and tender. I can come in here and get this. Get another piece right here. Piece of that beef. And another piece of that potato. This is gonna be my dinner for later, guys. So I definitely don't want to overdo it. Look at that. Hot, hot, hot. All right, guys. Back with Advent Calendar day number 20. Ooh, you're almost at the end, guys. I already got my eyes on number 20. Got my eyes on number 20. 20 is, boom, right there. See that? Number 20. Okay. Gotta get my finger down here. Okay, we got it. We got it. Oh boy. Number 20. Another ball. Things are rough, boy, I tell you. Coming up on the rough side of the mountain. Just doing my best to make it in. Okay, let's see what we got. It's soft, so I guess they got a little chocolate on the inside for me. Come on off of here. I paid for this. Yep, got a little chocolate on the inside. Nice and soft. Bring that up. All right. All right, guys. I'm doing my best to make it in. Alrighty, guys, so this turned out absolutely wonderful, even though it doesn't have any fat on it. I like to have that fat cap on it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And please subscribe to the channel if you are new. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch TV, and on Pinterest. I need to update my Pinterest. Cooking and Chilling with Kenny. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Don't forget the hashtag, guys. This will be a blessing to someone. Vlogmas day number 20 is done. Peace.